What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are doing another Mando reaction video. I'm still reeling from the fact that like Bad Batch ended, and it feels like Mando should be going on for at least like another month and a half ever since Bad Batch ended. So it's like I'm in a weird place. I'm like, oh, Mando's over next week, and then we have no Star Wars for the rest of the summer, at least until August. So I'm like in this weird place. I did manage to squeeze in a reaction video to episode 6, which I posted yesterday. I apologize for the delay on that, but I was on vacation the prior week, and I don't make a note to look at my phone or be on the internet a lot when I'm on vacation. So sorry for the delay, but that's up. Didn't love that one. This season has been very, very wonky for me personally. There are some things to like about it, but for the most part I don't get the sense that there's been a overarching focus for the story, and it just seems very fragmented, like Matt said, especially in comparison to season 1 and 2. But let's watch this episode. Maybe it'll change my mind. I don't know. I've heard some positive things. I steered clear of the internet today so I could get my honest impression of it. So let's dive into the video. But before we do, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you keep coming back weekly, you should just subscribe so you get the notification when all our new videos are out. Matt and I will do a breakdown of this episode, and then we'll briefly talk about last week's episode over this weekend when we do our Mandalorian breakdown. So don't forget to watch that. And if that video is already out and you're watching this reaction video now, go watch that breakdown. Okay, let's shut up, Melissa. Let's watch it. I do love the EDM version of Star Wars music. It's very fun. I already really like the camera direction. I will say that. I like how the camera's just following her. Like how long the shot is what I mean.
Code TK2755.
Okay, so she's a trooper.
Report. And make it quick, as I am.
Who would have guessed?
Magistrate Cargo was aided by Mandalorians.
Which Mandalorians?
Giancarlo Esposito is so cool.
Those two factions are sworn enemies.
Which is why I contacted you with haste.
I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
Dude, he's really cool. I know there are some people that don't love him as a bad guy, but I just think he's unfazed. And he's got that, look at his Vader cape. Also, I'm getting Phantom Menace vibes here, but also who are those troopers? They kind of look like clones. Maybe I didn't speak too soon. Those very well could be clones.
We must be cautious. The New Republic will increase their efforts to hunt us down.
There are citizens loyal to the Empire on every planet in this galaxy.
And if we give them a show of strength, they will rally behind us.
Yes.
That strength was not
This is like the evil council of the Empire.
Admiral Thrawn's return.
Ooh.
Herald in the re-emergence of our military.
Thrawn mention.
And provide Commandant Hux enough time to deliver on Project Necromancer.
Captain Pelion, you always speak with much authority. Once again, that Grand Admiral Thrawn is missing from your delegation.
Interesting.
Any word on when he will be able to participate in the Shadow Council?
They're called the Shadow Council? That sounds evil. Is Thrawn in hiding, or is he still missing?
Return. Perhaps it's time we look to new leadership.
Project Necromancer is a place for that.
Yes, Commandant.
What has become of Dr. Pershing and the research you promised
So is
us?
that supposed to be like General Hux's dad?
The creation of clones is your obsession, not mine. I account for what goes on in my sector. No more, no less.
This is good dialogue.
That's right.
Who wrote this scene?
And yet, you and Pelion amass countless resources.
Do I need to know who
and
Pelion is?
which should
Is this another reference to the Thrawn books that I don't understand? I haven't read them, I'm sorry. But
We already received your request. 3 Praetorian guards. Sounds like someone is concerned about an assassination attempt.
this is a good scene. This is like the kind of dialogue that Matt and I have been craving.
Long live the Empire!
Long live the Empire!
Dude, he's cool. I really like Moff Gideon. Okay, solid intro. You have my attention. Very solid intro. That was a really good scene. I enjoyed that dialogue a lot, and I like how they just stayed on the characters and they let themselves, like, talk something out. Like, this is what the show has been missing. Or this season, I should say. Good intro. You have my attention.
Those, my friend, Mandalorian.
That must have been a pain in the ass to paint on the bottom of the ship. Who got that job? I'm not gonna lie, the camera direction in here has been very lovely so far. I've really enjoyed it, and especially with that shot right there of the armor coming out of her little tent. And the way that shot just hung on. The way the shot hung on Citizen Kane, because I can't remember her name, and the shot, like even the way the Shadow Council was talking to each other, I really enjoyed it.
They've never met.
Has Bo-Katan had the exact same character arc in every show that she's appeared in? Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian. Her constant story is she needs to retake Mandalore, but she can't because nobody believes in her. Like,
Welcome, fellow Mandalorian.
she is so sus, dude.
Invite you to make camp.
She is so suspicious. I do not trust her. Oh, he fixed the IG unit. Kind of.
Oh, bad baby, bad baby.
No, that's IG-12 now. Think of it
Oh, bad baby.
It's more like those
Hire me,
people.
Lucasfilm. I will play an Inzellan.
Safer that way.
Buck, 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 buck. Bad baby. No, squeeze. No, squeeze it.
No.
I could do it. Let me voice an Inzellan.
If he fits.
That'll be my contribution to Star Wars. He is not putting Grogu in there. Are you dead ass serious?
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. I think he's saying he's old enough to operate it.
Yes. Get him out of there.
No. No, at least let him try it out in my office.
Yes. No, this is not a good idea. Come on.
Okay, that was pretty funny. That was funny. That was cute.
You look at that.
Yes. Yes, what? Yes. 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 Yes.
Oh, I bet Matt loved this.
Yes. 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 Yes.
This is why you don't give the child control of a robot. Tonally, this feels so different than the rest of the season. This feels like we're going back to Mando roots. Also, let him have the Melu run.
This isn't working.
Yeah, guys, this already feels way different in tone and the way it's shot than the rest of the season. Like, this feels more like Mando seasons 1 and 2 so far. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the way this is shot a lot. Yeah, these camera angles, they just linger a little bit longer, and I like it so much more as opposed to the quick cuts.
Form up.
Well, she's very pleased about this. She's waited her entire life for this. Actually, she's waited 2 whole series for this, including this one. I'm not kidding. I think Bo-Katan has had the same story arc in every show she's appeared in. Oh, it's what's-his-face? Oh my god.
Do not forsake us, Lady Bo. Bombed every surface twice over.
What is that guy's name?
They punished us as a warning to the whole galaxy because we refused to surrender.
I did surrender.
Din's like, you have to. Oh god, I just gave you the Darksaber. Don't screw this up.
I met with Moff Gideon. The ISB had reached out to me to negotiate a ceasefire. In exchange for submitting to the Empire and disarming, all remaining cities and Mandalorian lives were to be spared. That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber. And then he betrayed me, and we were helpless to resist the purge of Mandalore.
Tonally, this feels so different from the rest of the season. It's on an entirely different level.
That destroys us.
I had no idea. We were taught that everyone but us had forsaken the way. That you were selfish and uncaring. Now I understand. For thousands of years we have been on the verge of extinction, and for thousands of years we have survived.
I don't know if I can keep everyone together. There's too much animosity. And this blade is all I have to unify our people.
I only know of this weapon what you taught me. To be honest, it means nothing to me or my people. Nor does station or bloodline.
I wish they would have established that
to me
in the prior episodes.
Loyalty and character. These are the reasons I serve you, Lady Kryze. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is.
Need me a man? Excuse me? That was some Pride and Prejudice dialogue there. That was like the most romantic thing ever. Shut up, Matt. If you're watching, shut up. Also, finally, now they're giving us all this good dialogue between these characters. Where's this been all season? Also, that actor, I can't think of his name. It is driving me up the wazoo.
We must return to the gauntlet, and I will ferry them back to the fleet in the morning.
Agreed. Captain.
The armor is so suspicious. I cannot
Those of
shake
you
it.
who are well enough can join us in the search for the Great Forge.
I'm about to go insane. Who is that? Ah, it's driving me crazy. I can't get over tonally how different this episode is from the rest of the season. The camera shots. Like, the way the dialogue is written, it's... You know what? I wonder if Dave Filoni was on the writing credits for this one, because that would actually explain a lot. I don't trust the armor. She just conveniently leaves with all the injured. I don't know. Maybe she's the spy. Maybe that's, or the episode's called The Spies, right?
Submit or fight.
Is he being for real right now? Pads, you gotta take it down a notch, dude. Ugh, come on. Oh, this is so annoying. Would it kill somebody to turn the other cheek?
Should I step in?
Neither side can step in.
It
was bound to happen sooner or later.
Can I step in? I love that he asks her for permission. Vibroblade is sick. Casca Reeves, or whatever her name is, she hasn't said anything, but she just gives these looks that say so much.
No. 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 No.
That was great. That was actually fantastic. Grogu doesn't start fights, but he sure can end them. He's a Jedi peacekeeper. This is really cool.
More survivors.
Nope. Those are the bad guys.
They're Mandalorian.
Yep. But they kind of look like clones.
I can make it. It's our only shot at taking the planet back.
There's a split in the ceiling there. I'll lay down cover.
I love how they were fighting each other earlier, and then it's like, I'll cover you. I wonder if these guys really are clones. I have many questions. This is some really, really, really solid directing.
Advance!
For Mandalore! For Narnia! And for Aslan! What did they just walk into? Something Imperial? Oh, they're leading them into a trap. That's exactly what's happening. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was a sick shot. She just jumped up and shot the guy. That was awesome. Yep, this is a trap. Oh gosh. Is Grogu on the other side of the door? Oh shoot, he is. No, they're gonna take Din! He did not. Moff Gideon did not take their armor. That... Are you kidding me?
Dark trooper suit. Forged from Beskar alloy.
That's a problem.
And the most impressive improvement is that it has me.
You
see,
are you kidding me? Are you?
The cloners, the Jedi, and even the Mandalorians. Take him to the debriefing room.
Oh boy. That's not gonna go well.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Bro's really taking after his hero, Darth Vader. With the cape and the helmet.
Move out!
Move out! Fall back! I'll cover the rear!
Oh shoot, they're gonna kill Paz Vizsla, aren't they?
Come on! We're not leaving you behind!
Oh!
Go! There are too many.
No!
This is the way.
Dang! They're gonna off my boy, Paz Vizsla. After being such a problematic individual the entire season. Oh, is he gonna get a... He's gonna get a Clone Wars death, isn't he? I guess not. The guard. Palpatine's guard. Oh, he's done. He's done. Yikes, dude! This is intense. They came, they beat him to death, and they left. Rick! Written by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. Rick? Mr. Rick, sir. I don't know how to say your last name, so please forgive me. But, that was some really great camera direction and camera shots in the episode. Let's just kick it off here. I thought the camera direction was great this episode. It felt very cinematic. I loved how the shots were drawn out. I liked how we stayed on these characters, because in past episodes, it's just like, or in TV in general nowadays, like the cuts can be so quick and they don't linger as much. And I really appreciated that he actually allowed some scenes to breathe and be scenes by like keeping the camera a little while longer on Bo. And then when Din talks, like, you'll switch it over to him, and then you do these wide shots that hang on the scene. Like, it was just really nice. And it was very obvious to me, so I really appreciated it, because it made me feel more immersed in the episode, and I feel like I could really take in what was going on. So wow, just like some really great camera direction in action, and then in the quiet scenes, like, it was just really great. I'm so pleasantly surprised. So wonderful job to you, sir. This episode is on an entirely different level tonally than the rest of the season. Like, this is the kind of writing and quality I would have expected from the rest of the season. And honestly, I kind of forgot about the rest of the season when I was watching this. Like, I felt like I was watching The Mandalorian again, especially like his interactions with Grogu. Like, they actually interacted like a little bit more in this episode than they have throughout the entire season. Like, I love the idea of taking IG-11, turning him into IG-12, and then letting Grogu control him. Like, I thought like the yes, no. I thought that was really funny, very charming. And it felt like their old dynamic, you know, the season 1 and 2 dynamic. So I thought that was great. I thought some of the dialogue in here was really good. What are they called? The Shadow Council? Could they sound more evil? Like, ooh, we're the Shadow Council. Like, it sounds so evil. I thought that scene was really well written. I was super engaged with the dialogue. I loved getting to see all those different Imperial commanders, and like the camera shots. They're like, that scene went on for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, and it was just talking and conversation and these people trying to figure out what their next move is in relation to like Grand Admiral Thrawn or the Mandalorians, or how they're going to get the people to be on their side as opposed to the New Republic. And it's like, this is the kind of stuff that Matt and I have been talking about, that the show has been missing up until this point, or at least this season has been missing up until this point, which is like just letting characters talk. And us, the audience, just being able to get immersed in their conversations in the world. And this was just a really nice example of that. Also, the scene with Din and Bo, and he's talking to her, and he's like, your song's not written, and I'm going to follow you into battle until people start believing in you. And it was just a nice character-driven scene. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's the kind of writing I want to see, because I want to be able to relate to these characters and like feel for them and their struggles. Like, I really felt for Bo in this. She's very, very sympathetic. And it was just nice to kind of form that connection with her, and, you know, form a better connection with her and Din and their relationship to each other. I will say the mentions of Grand Admiral Thrawn were cool. They're setting up the Ahsoka show and what we can expect from that. That one general I'm in the Shadow Council, I'm pretty sure is supposed to be General Hux's father from the sequel trilogy. He talks just like him. I am very pleasantly surprised. I mean, if you compare this episode to last week's episode, it's like night and day. Like, I honestly can't believe it. Like, I feel like this is the energy that I've wanted for this season, and now I feel very engaged. I feel very excited to see where next week's episode takes us. It's like, now I'm sad because I'm like, you're getting to a point, kind of like with Bad Batch, where you are doing such a good job now here with like this episode and leading into the finale next week, that I'm like, now I feel like the season's just getting started, and I'm disappointed in that. Like, that is just really a bummer. But this was like very well directed, much better dialogue, better scenes with the characters. I just wish we had this throughout the season. It feels so different from the rest of the season. And I don't understand what's been going on with the show in general for season 3, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. This was a really awesome episode, and I just can't believe that like we get this banger of an episode, and then like the rest of the season just feels like meh. So I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I am glad I can eat some of my words this week. That was really, really solid episode. That was really, really, really good. And I am very pleasantly surprised. Also, I can see Dave Filoni's influence in here. He's probably been way too busy with the Ahsoka show, so it makes sense why he would have stepped back for this season. But like when he's involved, you can tell. And gosh, I have many thoughts. Matt and I are going to have a very juicy breakdown this week. But please let me know your thoughts, you guys. Don't forget asking Matt or I a question about Mando or where you think the show is going or asking our opinion on something. Best question will receive another Star Wars podcast t-shirt. So please don't forget to head on over to our community page and drop a question or a comment for me and Matt. So make sure you do that. Yeah, what did you guys think? Let's talk about it. This is a pretty big episode to discuss. I really wish the whole season had the same energy, but anxious to hear everybody's thoughts, and I will see you guys in the breakdown video this weekend. See you later.